Hello. Hi, everybody. Got a good one for you. My name is Rob. I am a co-founder at DIMO. We allow anyone to turn their cars into smart devices, connecting them to the world's first open mobility platform, only possible with blockchain. You're asking yourself, what does that mean? You can think of your car now a bit like a flip phone or a landline in terms of how smart and connected it is. If you have a Tesla, it gets the BlackBerry title in terms of being smart. At DIMO, we're here to usher in the iPhone era of cars, where more connected, more smart cars on a shared open protocol can lead to an explosion of applications and use cases. Okay, you're still skeptical. I can see it in your eyes. Well, the good news is I'm from the future, so I can show you what this looks like. I'm actually from the year 2030. I've come back in time using my Apple Vision Pro 5 Max FaceTime time travel upgrade. And I'm here to tell you, guys, we did it. Blockchains win. Your mom thinks you're so smart for getting into crypto. She tells all of her friends that you're Satoshi. The UX is good. It's fast. It's cheap. It feels like one blockchain, but it's modular and scalable, right? We've done it all. And would you believe if I told you that the chain that wins, the only one that anybody uses, the only one that matters is, of course, Cardano. Just kidding. So I'm going to show you what buying a car in the year 2030 is like. And I'm going to show you how we've not only solved all of the, and this is maybe the most painful transaction you would ever go through, right? With sleazy used car salesmen, with fax machines, trips to the DMV, not knowing, the real state of the car that you're getting ripped off left and right. So not only can we solve all of those things, we can actually do some things that are not possible today without blockchain. So I'm going to get into it. This is my little demo here. Oh. So first I'm going to log in with my wallet. Today, you need an email address and a smartphone to exist in today's society. That wasn't the case 20 years ago. It is the case now. In 2030, having a wallet is going to be equally important. You won't be able to get by without it, but it's fine. It's so easy in the future to get a wallet. I mean, as a side note, it's already way easier to get a wallet today than to get a bank account. I don't know if you even remember getting a bank account. You probably were 17 years old. You go with your dad to Wells Fargo. You hand like your social security and birth certificate to a guy named Steve. He types it into a Windows 95 computer like that. 12 words is a lot easier than that. But in the future, it's even easier. Apple, Google, Microsoft, they've all embedded wallets directly into all of their operating systems. Account abstraction has made it really secure and easy. I'm never at risk of clicking on a bad link and having my wallet drained or losing access. That's all been figured out. It all is figure-outable, right? So this is in that future. I'm going to confirm and connect. And this website, Carousel, it's asking me for some verifiable credentials from my data backpack. It wants to know that I'm a citizen. It wants to know my credit score. It wants to know about my cars that I have on DIMO so it can provide me a better service, right? So I'm going to share these verifiable credentials with them. It's better for everybody. I don't have to go find these files or take photos of a driver's license or anything like that. I just click and they have it. For them, they're only getting exactly the information they need. So I'm not sharing my social, I'm not sharing my address, my phone number, none of that. They don't need that. I'm only sharing what's needed. So from a privacy standpoint, for me, it's better. For them, they don't have to store this risky PII that can get leaked and get them sued. So everybody's winning there. And lastly, it's a verifiable credential, so they don't have to worry about the authenticity of the data. They can know 100% for sure that these are credentials issued by the DMV, issued by Experian, issued by DIMO about the car. So now I'm connected, and they have everything they need. I'm going to search for a blue Ford Mustang Mach-E. I'm going to type that in here. And now I'm on this marketplace. And this looks like a used car website, but really it's an NFT aggregator, kind of like OpenSea, or really more like Blur, because it's an aggregator. So these are private parties, dealers who have listed their cars for sale on chain. They've included the necessary data to populate a listing, and this website is kind of pulling them all in. So I'm going to click on this first one. I can see that the photos, I see some great photos. I can see that these have been verified. They've received a verifiable credential from CarMax. And we can be for sure that these are photos actually of that real car. I could look at the raw DIMO data for this vehicle and see its whole history of how it's operated and all of its data, but I don't want that. That's too much. This driver was smart. This driver shared their data with Dune Automotive. You kind of can't see it there, but underneath where my mouse is, showing a little health report. Maintenance history A-, accident history A+, battery health A-, right? Miles driven, you see odometer when you buy a used car, but miles driven in the Northeast on potholes and salted roads are not the same as miles driven in Florida. EV batteries, supercharging it all the time, charging it to 100%, leaving it 100%, not good for the battery, right? So you want to know what you're getting with these cars. We can look back at all of the data that's been collected by DIMO and provide a health score. So this car's got an A-. Let's ape in and buy this car. Here's something kind of new. I'm buying a used car from another person, but I'm still able to trade in my vehicle. And even better, because I've connected my DIMO data already, Carousel knows what cars I have. It knows how much I still owe on the loan because my loan's on chain. And it knows a rough price range for what I could get for that car. So this is great. I'm going to keep my wife's car. I'm going to trade in mine. Click that. And just like the other guy, I'm going to share my data with Dune Automotive so I can get that health score to get me a better price for my car. A+ health, sweet. All right, so I can see I got 37 offers. You can't see it, it's small text underneath the buttons, but I got 37 offers. I don't need to tell you, if you get 37 offers for your used car, it's getting a much better price than if some used car dealer can kind of corner you and your trade-in's the only option, and they just give you the price, you take what you can get, right? So getting a really good price with Carvana here in this case. It shows that I still owe $4,000 on the loan. So when I complete this transaction, my vehicle title goes into an escrow smart contract. Their cash goes into that escrow smart contract. And by the way, escrow just means like our assets go in together, and then once the transaction is completed, they both go at the same time, so there's no risk of one person taking the money and running. So they go into an escrow smart contract, and when this transaction finishes, my loan is automatically paid off my old car, and the proceeds automatically go towards paying on the new car. So that's something new. That's awesome. I'm going to accept that offer, sign a transaction with my wallet again, and my vehicle title is now in escrow, as is Carvana's cash. All right. So I love DeFi. I think DeFi is one of the coolest things to happen in crypto. I love money Legos. Right? This is DeFi money Legos on kind of a whole nother level. Typically, you can bundle home and auto insurance. You can't bundle the loans. They depreciate on different schedules. There are different types of underwriters. But hey, again, money Legos. We can do whatever we want now, right? So I'm going to bundle my home and my wife's car with my new car and get the best possible loan that I can. Click on her car. Click on the home. It asks me to share more information. Maybe I have some information about my home from a different blockchain protocol other than DIMO. I'm sharing that here. I'm sure you need more than home deed and mortgage to get a loan for your home, but I'm a millennial who lives in New York City, so I'll never own a home. I'll never know. Just cut me some slack. I confirm that. I click Get Quotes. And again, I get thousands of offers on loans instantly because we're dealing with verified data. We're putting this out over a protocol. So I get an offer from Compound with a $1,500 down payment, and it's only $80 more per month than I was paying for this new car, so that seems like a good deal. Coinbase had a lower down payment, higher monthly payment, and I can kind of pick which one I think is better. I'm getting quotes from traditional banks that are using their traditional capital for it. I'm also getting quotes from DeFi projects that are pooling on-chain capital. Right? So I'm going to authorize this. And now that capital goes into same escrow contract. And when we complete the trade-ins and pick up the new vehicle, again, everything's just going to kind of automatically flow out. You might be wondering to yourself, okay, how does the blockchain know when a car in meat space trades hands? There's lots of ways you could do this. In this demo, we're going to use trusted oracles. And these are known businesses that have a role where they need to co-sign a message saying that this transaction actually occurred. So I'm going to pick AutoZone for this. I'm going to pick yesterday at 12:30, February 29th at 12:30, as the date that we're going to do it. Confirm the exchange. And now it's ready to go get picked up. All right. So now it's the next day. I wake up, slip on my shoes, I grab it feels like Christmas morning. I grab my car keys from my old car, and I drive to the AutoZone. I don't bring any cash with me. The capital's all ready to go on chain, right? I show up, I walk in, talk to the guy at the front desk. He says, hello, Mr. Solomon, I have your car right here. He's Australian or British for some reason. And I hand him the keys to my old car. He inspects it. He hands me the keys to my new car. I inspect it. Seller's not even there, so it doesn't even need to be here. He signs a message, I sign a message, and bam. The vehicle title for my old car is now the property of Carvana. They'll come pick it up from the AutoZone. The new car is now titled to me. I have, and jointly with my lenders, the Carvana has paid off the loan on my old car and put $7,000 towards my new one. The rest of my loan covers a new one. The seller now instantly has his cash that second. And we're ready to go, ready to register. So now the part that you've all been waiting for, registering the car with the DMV. So I'm going to register this car to myself. I could take this great license plate, or I could get a cool vanity plate, submit and pay. And now I have a verifiable credential that I've registered the vehicle with the DMV, and that is it. So start getting nostalgic for the days of going into the DMV, taking a number, sitting in a dusty old seat, having your paperwork, waiting an hour, going up, oh, it's the wrong paperwork, come back tomorrow. Those days are going to be coming to an end. All this can be done on chain. So let's debrief what happened here. Chris Dixon has a good quote in his new book that I liked a lot. Something about, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but you can build homes, bridges with wood, you could build them with steel. But the ones built with steel are a lot more robust. They're more infrastructure. You can build skyscrapers, you can just build better railways, everything with steel. This blockchain-based open network is steel in the automotive industry. The automotive industry is not even built on, it's built on like rotten paper mache, right? So you've dealt with it yourself. You know how outdated and obsolete, how many fax machines, phone calls, information asymmetry, all of that in this industry. It's a very fragmented industry. So this would mark a major upgrade to how things are working. I'll tell you a story too. When I was at Vroom, both Vroom and Carvana faced pretty big class action lawsuits because if we bought a car in Louisiana, brought it back to Texas, sold it to someone in Pennsylvania, just processing the title was a nightmare. And often we wouldn't be able to get the title to the new owner in time. Their temp tag would expire, they would renew it. Temp tag would expire again, now they can't renew it anymore. And now it became illegal for them to drive their car. We couldn't process a title in months. It took so long to do it, right? There's no reason for that. This could be settled instantly. So at DIMO, there's still a ways to go before we can enable a use case quite like this. But we've already got some solid foundation going. We have over 50,000 cars connected. If you have a newer car, if you have like a Tesla or something that has an app on your phone where you can log in and unlock the car doors, that kind of thing, you can probably connect to DIMO right now. If not, but your car is 2008 or newer, you can buy a device on drivedimo.com and join it. I'm at Rob M. Solomon on Twitter. Shout out to Ben Kochanowski for helping me design this, and thank you all for paying attention.